All right, guys, let's move very quickly from the Nations Cup and come home to domestic football. Let's spend a lot of time to talk about our domestic game, the Nigeria Professional Football League. By the way, as we discussed, we expect you to keep sending your tweets, your comments to us on the show so that we can read them out to all those who are following and watching the show. And we want you to talk to us about the Nations Cup, Kali Keme. Of course, one of the issues we already discussed on the show, and of course, table tennis, Aruna Kodri, we already discussed on the show. So talk to us. We'd like to get your thoughts, your comments as we go along. But let's start off, guys, with the attention that our league is getting. We want to bring your attention to the president of the Senate. Hierarchy in Nigeria, that's the number 3 man in this country. And so let's start with the attention that the Senate president is beginning to pay to Nigerian football. It is commendable that the Senate president has a club in the league. He has a club in the league, and the club is ABS of Ilorin, Abubakar Bukola Saraki FC of Ilorin. Yeah. He's not directly involved in the day-to-day running of the club, but he founded the club. And look at what he's saying. No country develops its football without building its local league. I encourage others to invest in our local league. And something that they did was to throw the gates open for people under 15, for women, and for children. We're happy because look at the turnout of people that came to watch ABS against Ifeanyi. ABS won the game by 1-0. We'll talk about it later. But I'm happy that our league is getting the attention at the biggest level of governance in Nigeria. Yeah,
I'm excited also because, football needs a lot of investment. And, if such each stakeholder is putting money into the NPFL is a big positive. This is the man in question. We talk about his son.
The Senate president doing a kickabout with maybe one of the, who is the chairman of the club?
The chairman of the club. Alex Chukwemeka as the football director. I mean, they've got structure in there. And like you said, Look at what happened. They decided to engage more fans, and it really yielded result for them. You said fans, it was a great atmosphere for them, and also it had quality for them because when you play, you need the fans to chant for you. You need the fans behind you to also for you to have that belief that you are playing in front of your fans. So very, very good. I think I'm excited, and the two to really challenge the other stakeholder who has a lot of money to pull into football. Football is big business. If you invest your money right, this is something you will gain back in a couple of years.
How important is it for us to attract the attention of the right persons in government? We have always talked about the structure of our club. Apart from ABS, Remo, Ifeanyi, the private clubs in the league, almost all the other clubs are government-owned clubs. And when government doesn't have money, the clubs are suffering. When the sports-loving governor is around, the clubs are happy.
Yeah, I think we need the right environment. And the way to go, like everybody has said, every right-thinking Nigerian, is what Saraki is doing. I read a lot of people saying whether it's for political. I don't think so. We already have it in Berlusconi in Italy. He owns AC Milan, and he's
in government.
He's in government, so it doesn't matter, especially if
is he out of jail now?
No.
I think ABS has been on for like
they've been on for a long time, even before he became Senate president.
Is the way you structure the club, the transparency. I mean, somebody is in charge of the club. He has a management board in place, and they are doing so well. And when you look at how the club has done so far, yes, you might say they have not won title, but in terms of producing players, there is no club in this country that you don't have.
They can rub shoulders with the
big
best
players
of ABS.
From ABS, doing well. Lawson Ichul is there. You have
Bashiru
Abdurrahman, and these players have done so well. So I mean, the Senate president is doing so well for Nigerian football. So I think he is a template for everybody to follow. If you have, the resources, you can build a structure, you can build a club, and the club can be self-sustaining. That's the message.
And for me, I want these clubs to make a success of this assignment because it's going to open the eyes of a lot of other people. Look at the Ifeanyi, look at the massive investment in a football stadium that is making. Look at Raymond Stars. Look at the incentives that they are putting in to attract fans. And I think these are the pictures from one of the games of ABS. So it's important for us to see the way these young people are empowered youth empowerment using sports and running it on a business model to even make it bigger and more sustainable.
Yeah, I mean, like when you said, you can find almost ABS players almost everywhere. Even when this team got relegated to the second division, they kept funding the team. They kept the team intact, and they got promoted this season. Good one for them. I mean, it all depends on your structure. If you have a good structure, football is a big business. If you invest into the structure, you always gain back. There's no way you invest into football and you run at loss. You always gain back if you have the structure. And I think this is a good thing for them. And when you play in the NPFL, it's a big platform for you to express your business. And this is what the owner of the club is doing right now. You try to engage people, and before you know, people start coming in to come and do business with ABS, and you could see them flying the flag around, on the continent or in Nigeria. And like you said, it's going to be very good for them if they make good well of this assignment. Let's see how they will fare. I mean, they've done well for themselves in the first 3 games, and let's see how this will really, pan on them when the season gets dips.
All right, let's come back now and, of course, take you to Shagamu, bring you highlights of the game between Raymond Stars and Abia Warriors. That was a game played over the weekend. We allow you to see it. We'll be back. We'll talk about some controversial moments in that game on the show. Join us again.